Yes, good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone. How are you today, this morning, this evening? Hello, welcome to Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream page. But tonight is the 8 Steps to Wellness Dare to Dream online course. And thank you for taking time to tune in. Thank you. Roll call, check in, check in. Let me know where you're calling from. Let me know where you're chiming in from. City and state, let me know. Hello, let me give you a shout out. Let me give you a shout out for the 8 Steps to Wellness class on tonight. Let me give you a shout out. I am your host, Gladys Peaches Kenney, your faith motivator, author, speaker, therapist, and cancer survivor. And I appreciate you taking time out your schedule. I'm excited and appreciate those who have registered for the class. And I'm excited and want to thank you for again tuning in. Shout out where you coming from. Hello. Hope y'all been having a great evening. A great evening. Yes. And let me just tell you, for those who are going to be chiming in a little later on about the 8 Steps to Wellness, this coaching program includes helping you gain clarity and confidence that you may need to help you work on your goals, as well as myself. I'll be your coach and providing you with that extra push and that motivation to inspire you to take that next step and coach you right along the way. Definitely give you that inspiration, because oftentimes you may have different goals and dreams and things that you want to work on, but you've been stuck. You gotten stuck, and now you want to be in an atmosphere, or you want to work with a coach who can help lead and guide you and be one of your co-pilots, because ultimately you are the expert in your life, and I want to be a co-pilot with you to help guide you and direct you in achieving your actual goals and helping you being successful. So um, I am excited. We've been going strong. The last few weeks, we've had several different classes, different topics, ranging from learning to own your success. How many of you desire to own your success? Okay. Have struggled, knowing you had a great idea, knowing you had something creative that you wanted to do, but you didn't have that confidence to actually own it because of possibly fear of success, fear of failure. Listen, we talked about that in these last few weeks. Also, before I tell you the next topic that we've done, again, I want to give you the opportunity to shout out where you're chiming in from, where you city and state. Put in the chat, share this video as well. And if you are not already, follow me at Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream, my like page, and as well as Faith Steps 8. Be sure to follow me, and definitely listen. You can tune in to these classes if you are interested. Right now, I still have a special going on, a flash sale going on, where you can get the all the 8 classes, the 8 Steps of Wellness. You'll receive the replays for all the classes, and for the next few classes that we have coming up for this actual cycle, you can participate in the live sessions as well, and any worksheets and assignments that we have. You'll actually receive those as well. So be sure to tune in. But I understand that definitely 8 weeks might seem too long for you, so you can do the a la carte style. You can just register for the class that you're most interested in, and right now, I still have a special. It's only $39.99 per class. That's 1 hour of teaching, or a recorded session, and you can tune in and get what you need. Listen, get what you need. Be sure that you finish strong and handle and tackle those goals. This is the time. This is the time. And speaking of this is the time, this is just a reminder that tonight's topic we'll be talking about that it's not over. It's not over. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare think that, oh my goodness, I'm too old, I'm too young, I waited too long because of this. I've had a setback for whatever reason. It's not over. Take the time to work on you. Take that time to invest in you. You are so worth it. Say, I'm worth it. Say, I'm worth it. Yes, say that I'm worth it. You are worth it. And listen, you are so worth it. Follow me at Faith Steps 8. You can visit faithsteps8.com, register for the next upcoming class, which will be next Monday. The topic will excuse me, will be you are equipped, and the following, the last class will be stepping out, stepping out. So definitely be sure that you take the opportunity to invest. And actually, you can actually order this replay as well. You can sign on, only $39.99. It's a small investment, but the impact that you'll receive, that direction, that clarity, that confidence, that boost, that of just knowing that you can do it. The affirmations of just knowing that you can make it. And sometimes that's what you need. You need that extra push. You need the extra push because the reality is sometimes you just don't feel like it, but you just need that extra encouragement. And guess what? I am definitely a faith motivator, and I am available for your service. Or if you feel like you don't want to be around other people, you want to hire me for one-on-one coaching, I am available for that too. Again, you can visit me, my website at faithsteps8.com, and you can sign up for the courses or the coaching. And speaking of coaching, I will offer you a free 20-minute strategy session. Just to, if you need to test me out, I'll offer you a free strategy session. So just want to give those different plugs in and make those announcements. Still just waiting to see who's going to sign on. But nevertheless, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 100, or 1,000, I'm going to go and show up and treat it like, listen, there are a million people watching. Because whenever you are definitely stepping out on faith and doing your thing, you got to be ready to run, whether it's one, and keep it moving and keep it moving. Yes, and do not never despise small beginnings. But for those who have registered, you will be able to tune in to the live session. I want to thank you for those who hopped on for the Facebook. I'm about to say goodbye to you because it's time for class. I just want to hop on just as a friendly reminder. The class is about to start. You could actually register at Faith Steps 8. Again, follow me at Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream, and as well as Faith Steps 8 on Instagram. Register for the class. We have 2 more classes remaining the next 2 Mondays at 8 p.m. Register for the class. You don't want to miss it. And I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, again, I am Gladys, Peaches Kenney, your faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor. God bless you and goodbye. Good night. Thank you, Facebook. God bless you. All right. All right. All right. Well, hello. Welcome, everybody, on tonight's 8 Steps to Wellness, Dare to Dream online course. Thank you. Welcome. Roll call. Let's see who's here. Let's see who is in the house. Chime in and let me know you are in the house on today. Meanwhile, we are going to go forth on tonight's topic, which is It's not over. And how do we get to this point? The last few weeks, some of the topics we have been talking about are what? Owning your success, procrastination and its impact, some shifting your mindset, not settling, and affirmation. But tonight is topic is it's not over. It's not over for you. It's not over. Don't you dare give up because it's not over. It's not over. May seem like it, but it's not over. Say it's not over for me. Say it's not over for me. Make sure you tell yourself, it is not over for me. I can do this. I can do this. Tell yourself, I can do it because it's not over. It's not over. And for those of you who may be chiming in and watching this replay or seeing this for the first time, I am your host, Gladys Peaches Kenney, faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor. And I want to thank you again for chiming in for tonight. And let's go forth. Next slide. All right. So one thing I like to do all the classes, I like to incorporate quotes in our sessions because one is just encouraging. It's just something encouraging. Hello, Miss Nia. It's not over for me. Awesome. Yes. Thank you, Miss Faithful, Nia. Hello, welcome. So I'm gonna start from the bottom and go to the top. Okay, your ladder shall be greater than your past. So your ladder shall be greater. That's an indication that it's not over. Your ladder shall be greater, meaning it might not have started out good for you, but your latter years, the remainder years will be greater. Say, my latter years will be greater. And I had to keep in here, death and life are in the power of your tongue. Death and life are in the power of your tongue, and you will eat the fruit thereof. These last two things that I mentioned are actually scriptures and definitely powerful words of encouragement. Definitely powerful words of encouragement. So if you speak life, speak that it's not over, declare it, things will manifest. And then this one's another one that I love. This is actually Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans of you, thoughts of good and not of evil. Aren't you glad that God knows the plans that He has for you? He knows the plans that He has for you. So it's not over. Also, again, I love Walt Disney's quote: if you can dream it, then you can do it. Listen, we have been blessed with a mind and the art of creativity. If you can dream it, if you can imagine it, then you can do it. You can do it. And last but not least, faith is trusting God in the dark. Are you willing to trust God in the dark when it looks like it's not going to happen? When it looks like all the odds are against you, when it looks like that door is being shut? Next slide. Yes, even though that door may look shut, it doesn't mean it's over. It does not mean that it's a KO knockout. It's not over. Say, it's not over. Know that with God's help and His strength, when a door is shut, God has the power to open it. He can open it, He can grant you favor. And it's not even about your education, your social economic status. It's not about who you belong to, but truly, when you are willing to submit to God's will and surrender to Him, the doors and opportunities that he will open for you are they're limitless. There is just so many ways in which he will just make ways out of no way. And so tonight's topic again, it's not over. It's not over. I want you to get that in your mind. I want you to keep saying it. It's not over for me. It's not over. It's not over. This is my time. It's not over. This is my time. I need you to really say it. Type in the chat. It's not over. It's my time. It's my time. You have to know it, you have to say it, and you have to believe that thing. Why? Because, again, like I mentioned in one of the quotes, which happens to be a scripture, there's power and life in your tongue. And what you speak out of your mouth makes a world of a difference. And knowing that it's not over can strengthen you and give you that confidence to go forth to what you need to do. I'm telling you, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. No, it's not. It's not over. I know you, well, I don't want to jump ahead. I don't want to jump ahead, but just know it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. All right, next. It's not over. Next slide. What that means, it's not over. It means that, yes, yes, it's not over means that, yes, that it's not, the end is not here. It's not finished. It's not over. It doesn't, is, it means that, when you think of over, like done, you think of done, finished, um, closed, um, like opportunity is lost. The opportunity is gone. But that's not the case. That's not the case. So tonight we're going to mention about, of course, the definition of what it's not over. What does that mean? What does that look like? And we're going to be reminded that delays are not denials. Just because a door does close, some doors close temporarily. And then we're talking about the dead ends. It's really not over, and the importance of speaking up and speaking life over yourself and declaring that thing that no, it's not over. It's just beginning. Excuse me. It is just beginning. Next slide. It's just beginning. It's not over. It's not over, which I just shared. It's not over. It's not done. Done means finished, deleted, erased. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's really just the beginning. It's not over. It's not over. It's just beginning. Sometimes that what can seem like a period in your life, when you're dealing with something challenging, when you're dealing with something that could cause you to cry and have a heartbreak and you seem kind of confused, sometimes that's a comma and not a period. Sometimes it's just a comma and actually not a period, because it's not over. When God tells you that he wants to do something in your life and he wants to use you to do something, it is not over. You got to trust him and know it's not done. It's not over. It's not over. Next slide. Yes. So we all have dreams and goals that we wanted to have. And I know it's true because that's why you have registered for this class. That's why you took this class, because you wanted to be reminded that it's not over. You want to be reminded that you want to own your success. You wanted to be reminded of the importance of taking advantage of opportunities that come your way. You wanted to be reminded that it's important not to continue to procrastinate. You wanted to be reminded that it's important to shift your mindset. You wanted to be reminded that what you speak and say out of your mouth can really make a difference. can make a difference. So it's not over. So I want you to take some time to ask yourself, what's that one thing that you were designed to do, and but what is stopping you? What is stopping you from that goal, that dream? What is stopping you? What is stopping you? I want you to think about that. Tell me, put in the chat, what's stopping you from going after that? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it because people that you value told you couldn't do it? Is it because your own self sabotaging statements? What is holding you back from doing that thing you've been just really in your heart of hearts been desiring? I want to do blank. What's been holding you back? What's been holding you back? What's been holding you back? You want to think about that. Why? Because in order for it to not be over, in order for you to be able to go forth and pursue that goal, that dream, that it could be as simple of just rekindling a healthy relationship, or just just whatever it is, like, what is stopping you? You have to take some action to go towards it. And you also have to be willing to know what that blockage is. Because if you don't identify the blockage, then some things will continue to keep creeping up every time you try to move forward. You might get a setback and then you'll be ready to throw in the towel. So you want to definitely be able to identify what is that thing or things or people, places, and things that are holding you back and called stopping you from moving forward. You want to be able to identify that. Okay? You want to be able to identify that. And then after you identify it, I want you to know that it's time for you to start again. It's time for you to start again. Say, I'm going to start again. It's time for you to start again. You may have failed. You may have tried it more than once. More than once. I'm gonna share one of my stories, an example. You may have tried more than once, but guess what? You got to try it again. It's time to start it again. It's time to start it again. You want to be a speaker? Listen, the best way to start is just start opening up your mouth and start talking. Yep. Open up your mouth and start talking. You can talk about as something that's just as simple as first starting out greeting the people, and you can select a simple topic that it could be a general topic, it could be something that you're passionate about, but you desire to be a speaker. You just open up your mouth and you begin to talk. And trust me, your tribe, people will begin to be drawn to you. But be willing to open up your mouth and talk. That's what you want to do? Do it. There's nothing holding you back. Don't allow fear and negative thoughts hold you back any longer. Don't. It's not over. It's not over. I don't want to jump into next week about that you are equipped to do it, to do the job. You have been assigned to do the job. I don't want to jump into next week, but you're equipped to do it. You can actually do it. Don't talk yourself out of or think yourself out of doing what you've been called to do. And know that know and be willing to show up and put forth the practice, put forth the work that it takes for you to get to the next place. Put in the work. Put in the work and show up. I'm telling you, People are watching you. They're watching excuses. Well, listen. Well, yeah, start talking. Yes, start talking. Yes, that's what you got to do. Start talking. Now, it's not over for what your goals, but I will tell you, it is over. What is over? Let me tell you what is over. And thank you for being honest and transparent. What is over are the excuses. That's what's over. There are. I was wrong. Well, not wrong, but even though it's not a slide, but I'm gonna talk about it. It's not over for you to pursue your dreams. It's not over for you to take action. It's not over for you to connect with those you need to connect with so you can go to the next level. It's not over for you to be successful. It's not over for you to shift your mindset. It's not over for you to own your success. It's not over for that. But what is over, say what is over is that fear, that's over. Those excuses, that's over. That's dead. The toxic connections, toxic relationships, that's over. Now, those are the things that need to be over. Okay? So let me correct myself. Yeah, it's not over for the positive, but for them negative things, those negative vibes, it's over. The fear, over. Excuses, over. Okay? Toxic relationships, over. People not supporting you, over. Listen, negative thoughts, over. That's what's over. That's what's over. Those things are dead and over. Past failure, over. That's over. That's what's over. That's what's over. But everything else, as far as you going forward, those things are not over because you now have the chance and the opportunity to go forward. You have the chance and the opportunity to go forward. Yes, you do. It is time for you to, like this picture has, to dream big, to set the goals, and to take action. And we're going to talk about that before our class ends, about taking some action. You can do it. It's not over. You can do it. You can do it. You're thinking about it at night anyway. It's running through your mind anyway. You can do it. You've already visualized parts of what you imagine. I mean, so you might as well step out. You might as well step out. You might as well. Yeah. You might as well. Yeah. It's over for you canceling yourself out. That's what's over. That's what is over. That's over for you canceling yourself out. That's over with. So it is time for you to try again. Say, I will try again. Put it in chat. Say, I will try again. Say, I will try again. Say, I will try again. I will try again. I will. You need to try again. You know why? People are waiting on you. The same way people were waiting and are still waiting for me, they're waiting on you too. Why? They're waiting on you because you have unique skills and talents and creativity and knowledge that someone needs that information. You have some problems that you need to solve. Someone needs to hear it. We need to read it. Yes, try again. We need you to show up. We need you to show up. That's what we need. We need you to show up and try again. Try again. I'm telling you, try again. Is it going to be easy all the time? No, it's not. Will you have moments where you're like, oh my goodness, I don't feel like it? Yes, you will. But guess what? You have to do it. You got to try again. You got to try again. You got to try again. All right, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why we got to try again. Next slide. Next slide. Got to try again. Got to try again. Now, those who've been with me all this time, you would notice as I get to talking whatever topic, I always like to go back and share. Why am I here? Why am I sharing my story? What is my why? Why am I doing this 8 steps to wellness, dare to dream? Why am I showing up 8 o'clock at night after a full day of work? Why am I showing up sharing this insightful information? Why am I sharing you my good and my challenging moments and being transparent? Why? Because it's important for you to realize that what I'm speaking about, first of all, is not just something that I just read in a book. These are things that I have walked through, and I am, for some, on some levels, I'm still walking through. But I need you to know that what I'm sharing and teaching is helpful and powerful, and I walk through it. I've been on the downside, but yet and now I've risen over, and I'm still rising, because if to be quite honest, there's always room for improvement. I don't care how successful you are, there's always room for improvement. So why are we here? I'm here because I want you to know that it's not over. I want you to know that even when your odds are stacked up against you, even when it seems like there's no way you are going to survive this moment, even if you got to cry and you feel like your mind is going crazy, like how I'm going to make it through this. I mean, what would you do if you find out that you're unemployed? What would you do if you're like, how am I going to pay my bills? What should I pay? Should I pay this bill? Should I pay that? Should I try to make arrangements? Oh, I know it so well. I know it so well. But I don't look like what I've been through. Well, how do you feel when you end up losing things in your basement? And the Red Cross has to come help you out. What is that? Listen, losing my job and getting cancer was not an easy ordeal. Stepping out on faith was what I had to do. Unemployment, when I tell you unemployment stopped after 6 months, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Having to get public assistance. That's when you know, but I don't look like what I've been through. That's when I know it's not over. When the odds were stacked against me, but God, but God continued to encourage me, to let me know that it wasn't over, that my life was really just beginning. This was just a temporary, what would seem appear like a temporary setback, but really it was causing me to be placed in like I want to say like a cocoon, and go through these processes last 5 years and being catapulted into what's beginning to blossom now on more consistent basis. But this is still just my beginning phases. This is still my beginning phases. It's not over. This is just the beginning. And it's not just for me, it's just the beginning for you. So I want you to know, whatever challenges that you have been through, learn from it. Take the lessons that you can from it and use it as a stepping stone for you to advance and declare and decree it's not over. You thought that challenge, that breakup, that unemployment, that setback was going to stop me, but it didn't. It actually, for a moment, it might have had you feeling like it was over, but it's not over. It's brought you to this place right where you are now for you to decide my life is not over, but it's just beginning. It is just beginning. Because if you made it through all those challenging moments of heartache. For some people, what you've been through took them out. It took them out. And it was like, I'm done. I'm checking out. But you are still here. You've had, yeah, you might even have some reasons of saying it's over. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But you are still here. And if I can make it through, I know you can too. I know this like going to, I'm telling you, going to an event, going to a networking opportunity, and gas needle is on the yellow, is gleaming brighter than the sun flashing at me, but I'm going by faith. You hear me? I'm going by faith and obedience, which I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And when I go and show up, I meet somebody. And when I meet that person and I tell what I do, what I've been through, I'm dealing with cancer, and but I'm trusting God and believing God for healing and that I'll be fine. And that I just published my first book, Stepping Out on Faith, Dare to Dream. And then they're like, woo, I done got chills. I need to get your book. Let me get your book. Or guess what? Oh, I'm having a conference this week or next month. Can you come speak at my conference? Can you come? You can will you be a vendor at my next event? So it's not over. I'm telling you. It looks like it, but it ain't over. I want you to clear out those glasses and know it's not over. It's not over. It's not. Can I tell you another reason I know it's not over? Listen, I've been sharing with y'all that I've been showing up for these last couple 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. I've been saying, listen, y'all, I'm really pressing my way. I don't feel 100, but I'm gonna show up because every time I show up, you show up. That just encourages me to keep going. I've been struggling. I've been battling with headaches, sinus headaches. Coming to find out, I have sinus infection. But I know that part of my assignment is showing up and being present for this class because I know, yeah, I am experiencing a little bit of discomfort. And I can tell you, as you are stepping out on faith, as you are going towards your dream, you're going to have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, I'm not the discomfort that I have right at this moment is not at the high level. Amen. Because if it was, I would have to cancel and get my rest. But I'm gonna get my rest right after this class. All right. But I just want you to know that when you have like an assignment and something is really on you and you have to share it, God will grace you. He will give you the grace. And he's giving me the grace to keep showing up and being present. And I now know why I had the headaches. I'll get my medication on tomorrow. Amen. And I hope for my next couple of classes, I'm feeling good, feeling back to my 100 self. Now, if y'all been excited, if y'all been enjoying these classes since you've been watching, and if you've been enjoying that, I've been operating on like 75 to 85. I have not been in my 100, but I still been pressing, still been showing up and knowing that it's not over. Next slide. And so I just want to let you know, sometimes you still have to keep pressing and showing up for yourself. It's not over. It's not over. So just a reminder, it's not over. How do you know that it's not over? How do you know that it's your time? Because these are some different steps or tools that you can keep in mind to help you to remember that despite of the obstacles, that it's not over. And here's like a letter, but it's also the tips that you're going to need to help you know that it's not over. Despite the obstacles, despite the challenges, despite the setbacks, despite the failures, despite being told you couldn't do it, despite telling yourself you couldn't do it, it's not over. So, dear overcomer, you put your name in the place because that's you. That's you. Dear overcomer, it's not over. Put in the chat, It's not over. Thank you so much. I received that healing. Yes, thank you so much. It's not over despite of the challenges. Number one, the one thing that's going to help you be able to identify and recognize that it's not over, you got to be obedience. Obedience. How did I get this far? How do I make it through loss of job, loss? I ain't even loss of a husband, loss of some places, loss of different contracts. How did I lose those things and I'm still here showing up with a smile on my face? How? The grace of God for sure, and learning to be obedient to God, learning to trust God, learning to be obedient to the people that He's either leaders or coaches, and now therapists. Yes, I am a licensed therapist, but I do have a therapist. Excuse me, why? Because mental health is so important, and therapists need therapy too. Yes, yes, we can't take on everybody's problems and don't think it will not have an impact, especially if you're very loving and you tend to take on a lot. You need a way to release that. So, yes, being obedient to God, being obedient to, let's say, if you have leaders, coaches, therapists, um, mentors, those who you respect and honor, being following when they're teaching you or giving you different strategies or tips and giving you different some wisdom and things to follow and listen to them. Take heed to what they're telling you. Some of it is maybe their direct experience. Some of it may save you if you take heed to what they're saying. And then also another strategy to help you know that it's not over is to be open. Be open to receive. Be open to try something new. Be open and willing to collaborate, because normally when you are stepping out, sometimes you have to do it by yourself. I mean, I want you to be willing to, if you're going to step out and do something, be willing to do it by yourself, because initially everybody can't come with you, but also be open to collaborating and connecting with somebody else, partnering with somebody else, especially somebody else who's more advanced. And again, I have to mention about having coaches, having mentors, having someone who's already paved the way. Not saying you can't be a trailblazer. Be even open to being a pioneer. Be open to be that trailblazer to set the path for somebody else. Hello? Be open. So first, we're going to be obedient. Put it in the chat. 2, you're going to be open. And 3, you're going to be optimistic. We've talked about this in different, I've said it in different ways. Optimistic about being positive. Optimistic also includes kind of being open and willing to think positively about the idea of being, even if it's different, even if it's new, be optimistic about the situation. Be willing to give it a try. Be willing to at least be willing to hear the information and then make an educated decision based on the information, or if you need to do more research to make more sense, if you know what I mean. But be optimistic and definitely be the overcomer that you are. Own that thing. Own that thing. Own it. Own it. Own it. We talk about owning your success. Own that thing. Be that overcomer. Be that overcomer. Yes. Because the truth is, it's not over. It's just beginning. It's not over. It's just beginning. It's not over. It is just beginning. It's just beginning. Say it's just beginning. Say it's just beginning. Excuse me. It's just beginning. This year is coming out to a close. This year is coming out to a close. However, we have a brand new year about to come forth in the horizon. It's just a few more weeks left. and we're going to be in a whole new year. Listen, it's not over. There are still some things that you can do. Matter of fact, we're about to do some exercises, and we're going to actually really take some time to really reflect, because as I'm talking, I'm reminding myself it's a deadline that I actually have that I need to actually do as well. I've shared before, doing this 8 steps to wellness, me relaunching is an indication that it's not over. I've shared, and I keep sharing just to let you know, this idea of this coaching program came to me in 2017. Wanted to do it, desired to do it. Every time I would see it, I was like, oh my gosh, oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. Oh man, I would get encouraged, but then sometimes I would get challenged at the same time, like, oh man, I know I need to be doing it. So put a one in the chat if you got excited, but then you got reminded, like, oh man, I know I need to be doing this. I know I need to be doing that. I know I'm not the only one. But listen, finally, I had to shake myself and say, I can't sit on this any longer. And I honestly hope that you were at that point now. I really hope that you are at that place now that you're like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go and do what I said. I'm not sitting on it. I'm not just going to talk about it anymore. Yes. Oh, yes, it's that. I'm not just going to talk about it. I am going to do this thing. I'm going to do this thing. So I want you to know it's not over. It's not over. You're going to do this thing. I was supposed to be doing this coaching, but I'm relaunching. I couldn't sit on it anymore. I could not sit on it anymore. And I'm sure you got to be feeling uncomfortable. It has to be, because when you're supposed to do something, God will truly remind you. He will keep reminding you over and over. And if you don't do it, he'll raise somebody up right up alongside of you. They'll pop right up and do it. You're like, oh man, Daddy make it look so easy. But listen, it's some things you're not going to get until you actually try it. But let's go to the next slide, because we're about to do an exercise. Yes. All right. So also, just FYI, for those who want to participate in a live Q&A, if you want to participate in a live Q&A, put a 2 in the chat just to let me know, because then if you do, I'll want you to log on to the Q&A link. There's another link that you'll need to have, that you'll need to utilize. If you're interested in that, put a 2 in the chat, because we'll be using that at 8:45. Okay. All right. For this, it's not over challenge. So it's not over. Access granted. What does that mean? What does that mean, Miss Peaches, Miss Kitty, Miss Gladys, Peaches, Kitty? What does that mean? It's not over. Access granted. So I want you to take a moment to think about that one thing that you are believing God to help you do. I want you to think about it, whatever that is, whatever it is. And I want you to imagine it done, because it's not over. Access granted. Access granted. What does that sound like and look like? That means when you go up to a door is normally closed. However, it opens up. That means when you fill out an application, you might have normally been denied. That means what? Stamp approved. You've been approved. That means when you wanted to enter into a certain place and you normally needed X, Y, and Z requirements, they said, oh no, don't worry about it. Come on in. Just by your name or just by your association, you get to access granted. You get to get escorted in. That's the access granted. So I want you to think about that one thing that you've been really designed to do. Like that might be the reason, part of the reason why you signed up for this class, to get that motivation to do that. I want you to believe that it's done. And then number two, what 2 steps will you take towards that goal within this week? This week, what are those 2 steps you're going to take this week? So I know that speaking is something that some of y'all desire to do. One thing that I could challenge you with, hey, do either a live video, like a 1 minute video, or do a 1 minute video recording. Like first you record it and then upload it. You can upload it on social media. You can upload it, send it to a friend. You can upload it. That's what I want you to do. Well, suppose is you want to go back to school. I want you to do a search. Find 3 different schools that offer the subject matter that you're interested in studying. Find 3 different schools. Do the research and find that school. If you're interested in dating, either do a dating app, connect with someone who you know, like, listen, having single, if you're a male, you having single friends, females, if you're a woman, you're having single males, inquire again, what steps are you going to take for this week to operate towards that goal? Again, I want you to do 2 steps. What you're going to do towards operating that goal. For me, I know I need to it's something that I need to purchase. It's something that's very important towards that will help improve what I'm doing. I need to purchase this week. I need to purchase. Or at least go back online to apply for something. So that's what I need to do. I want you to think about it. Again, if you want to join the Q&A, let me know. Put a 2 in the chat, and we will be starting the Q&A for those who have questions, any suggestions. This is your time. This is your time to get that one-on-one conversation. Get some of your questions asked. Get your chance to share. And then also, I want us to do the affirmations. I know we did it on last week, but it's just so important on what you speak. And definitely just that reminder that it's not over. Take the steps, dream, set the goals, and plan. This is part of the planning part. Holding yourself accountable, setting a date, planning. I said this week, what's something you could do towards that goal this week? I gave some examples. You could use some of the affirmations that I've provided. And I just want you to know that it's not over. I just need you to know you can do this. You got this. Say, I got this. I got this. I got this. So I'm going to, the next slide, we're actually going to do the affirmation. The affirmation for, we used this on last week, but what it says is so powerful. It's so powerful. It is so very powerful. Again, if anybody is those who are interested in actually doing the Q&A, if you would like to do this exercise live, it's a great way. Or even as you, if you are watching this and you have 2 devices, as you were speaking, let's say you're using your laptop watching this, record yourself speaking these words over yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, even like once this class is over, look at yourself in the mirror and declare it to the point that these words of affirmation and declarations by heart, and you're saying it, you're believing it, and realizing that it's not over. Okay? All right. So we're going to start with I, Miss Gladys Peaches Kenney. I have the power to get wealth. I have the power to get wealth. I have the power to get wealth. Yes. I will I will take control of my life. I will take control of my life. I will take control of my life. I am blessed and ooh and making wise decisions. Maybe not taking off my glasses was not so wise. I'm blessed and making wise decisions. I am blessed and making wise decisions. All areas of my life are prosperous. All areas of my life are prosperous. That includes my finances. That includes my mental health. That includes my relationships. My oh my goodness, uh, physical health. I'm prosperous. My soul is prosperous. I'm prosperous. I can do all things through Christ. That thing that you put down, you can do it. I can do it. We can do it. We can do it. It's not over. I can do all things through Christ. This one right here, it's not over, but just beginning. It's not over, it's just beginning. Why? Because you have a bright future. Your future is brighter than what has been. Like if you like the way, I'm not saying that you have a bad life. I'm not saying that by no means. But if you like what you had, just think about that it gets better. Think about and imagine it gets better than what you've had. Yes, it gets better. I forgive my past and embrace my bright new future. I embrace my past, excuse me, I forgive my past and embrace my new and bright future. I forgive my past and embrace my new and bright future. I will have what I say. I will have what I say. And I'm saying I'm walking in a wealthy place. I'm declaring the favor of God. I'm declaring the connections that I need to go to the next level. I'm declaring. What are you declaring? What are you declaring? What are you declaring tonight? What are you declaring? I will attract love, peace, wealth, and favor. I will attract love, peace, wealth, and favor. I am walking abundantly and in overflow. I'm walking in abundance and overflow. I am walking in abundance and overflow. Overflow, overflow. Not worrying about this, not worrying about that. Overflow. Overflow. And I have to be honest, overflow comes initially from the mind before it happens in the natural. It comes from the mindset before it happens in the natural. It's about mindset because it's not even necessary always. It's not even really about the amount of money that you have. It's about your mindset. Because when you have that mindset of overflow versus scarcity and not enough, when you could have a little, but because you have that prosperous mindset, you'll normally just give and sow, and it comes right back to you. I'm telling you. I know I've been on both sides. Hello? I'm telling you. I am connecting. I will have new connections and doors are opening on my behalf. New connections and doors are open on my behalf. New doors and new connections are opening on my behalf. I am creating generational wealth. You are going, say, I'm the trailblazer for my family. I'm breaking the curse. I'm breaking the curse. I'm breaking the curse and I'm creating generational wealth for my family. Yes. I'm stepping into purpose and destiny. I'm stepping into purpose and destiny. I am stepping into my new beginning. And I declare access granted. This is my season. Access granted. This is my season. I declare access granted. This is my season. Why? Because it's not over. It's not over. It is not over. And I'm going to just read the affirmation that's here. May the grace of God, ooh, bless my eyes. How about that? There we go. May the grace of God blanket you and the peace of God guard your heart, the love of God abound in you, and the mercy of God follow you throughout your day. Yes. Well, listen. Right now, yes, breaking the curse. Um, Not sure if anybody's gonna participate in the chat. Any questions? Any comments on the night? This is now time for the Q&A. You will need the special link for that. Um, any questions, comments? I just want to remind you that it's not over. It is not over. And just to kind of jump into next week, you don't want to miss next week. Next week, we're going to talk about it's not over. Why? Because you've been equipped for this. You've been called for this. This is your time. That's why it's not over, because you've been equipped. God has assigned you for this, but I'm not going to jump all the way, but I just want to give you a little teaser. You've been equipped for this. That's next week. Is you've been equipped in the last and final week in 2 weeks is stepping out. It's time to move. 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 What is move? Motivation to be an overcomer through victorious expectations and victorious execution. That's how you move. That's how you move. But I'm jumping ahead. I just want to give you a teaser so you'll know what's coming up. And I want you to share and tell your friends, listen, you got a coach, faith coach who will motivate and let them know, listen, that can be their investment to themselves, their own Christmas gift. Listen, if you'll spend $40 on lunch, which it comes in and then goes out and it's over. But listen, when you gain the information that you need and that knowledge to take you to that next place and level, that's what's powerful. And that'll have you eating several lunches. Hello. Changing your mindset so you can gain that clarity and confidence to go forth and step out and know that it's not over, that okay, you messed up, so okay, I know that I have definitely messed up, I have missed the mark and have not always made the best choices, okay, but I'm telling you, it's not over. It is not over. And so I don't think we'll have anybody doing a Q&A tonight, which is okay. I appreciate those who are tuned in on tonight and also who have watched the replay. But just a reminder for those, so you can tell your family, friends, co-workers, listen, I know an awesome faith coach who will bring forth clarity, confidence, and give you the courage that you need, give you healthy coping skills and strategies, help give you different homework assignments where you can challenge yourself to operate and do those different uh, whatever topic we're talking about. Also, provide you with positive feedback and some realistic feedback. You know, with the Q&A, you get a chance to actually ask that actual question, because sometimes, you're like, well, shucks, I hear what you're saying, but I'm still not getting it. Listen, you can 8 steps to wellness, you get that chance to do that, and that sense of accountability, and definitely that motivation to push past your excuses and to go forth and to do it. And I'm your committed coach. I'm so committed. Even when I'm feeling uncomfortable, I still come up and I show up. Listen, and I thank you. I want you to know it's not over. I definitely want to thank those who tuned in. Thank you for those who are watching this replay. Thank you so much. I want you to do what you said you're going to do. I want you to give it your all, because you can do it. You've been equipped. I'm jumping ahead, but I just want you to know this is just the spillover for next week. You are equipped for this. It's not over because you're equipped for this. You've been assigned for this. All right. So, on behalf of 8 Steps to Wellness, Dare to Dream online course, this is Gladys, this is Kenney. I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. Thank you so much. Um, Definitely, as a reminder, if you have not already received your free download for my first two books, Stepping Out on Faith, Dare to Dream book and workbook, it is actually it's the Bentley / free SOOF, and that stands for Stepping Out on Faith. Or you can just visit my website at Faith Steps 8, and you can get the free download. Also, just another announcement that I have. I just want to let you know. Listen, I know it's not over. I'm gonna give a quick testimony to let you know that I know it's not over. So, a friend of mine is actually hosting a fundraiser that's coming up in January. She's doing a vision board party. I don't know if you've ever participated in a vision board party. If you have, put a 2 in the chat. But she's doing a vision board party, and I was so excited for her because she's launching this in January, but she just started posting it, or I just seen her posting in December. So it's not over, right? So I'm excited for her. So I reached out to her and said, listen, I love what you're doing. I just want to donate. I'm gonna donate one of my books because in her vision board party, one of her words she said was the word dream. And what does my book say? What does my coaching program say? Stepping Out of Faith, Dare to Dream. 8 Steps to Wellness, Dare to Dream. So whenever I hear the word dream, I get excited. Long story short, by me being willing to be obedient, I talked about obedient earlier. By me being willing to be obedient, give. She said, listen, I need a vendor. Would you like to sell your books at my event? What? So now here comes the opportunity for me already in 2022. I'm going to be a guest at a vision board party, promote my books, and I'll get a chance to speak about what I'm doing, my 8 Steps to Wellness coaching program, and just the other upcoming events that I have in speaking engagements. So I want you to know that it's not over. Do not give up. People are now starting to call me for, can you speak? Can you share? So I want you to know that it's not over. When you start speaking, when you start sharing, when you start operating, going forth towards that thing you desire to do, more doors will open for you. So you be encouraged. I want to say good night. Thank you so much. Again, share. Tell. You want to speak? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers about your experience that you've been having so far in these 8 Steps to Wellness, and let others know how you've been being blessed, the strategies that you've been gaining, and knowledge you've been receiving, and reminders of that it's not over. So it's not over, but the class is over for tonight. Just tonight, we have 2 more sessions in this first cycle of 8 Steps to Wellness. I'm excited about that, and thank you. Be sure again to follow me at Faith Steps 8 on Instagram, or Stepping Out on Faith, Dare to Dream on Facebook. My books that are available. The great Christmas gift is the holidays. It's the holidays. Check out, be a blessing to somebody else, and let them know to step out on faith and dare to dream. Or if you have children, get the Hayden's Happy, Sad, Sometimes Mad Feelings book to help your kids deal with their emotions and their feelings. But again, this is Gladys, Kenney, your faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to invest in you, and for you to realize it's not over. Follow me at Faith Steps 8. God bless you.com. All right. Thanks.